To the Nawiri podcast. My name is Felix, or you can call me Kiki. In the Nawiri podcast, this is where we flourish in Christ Jesus. We're going deep into the Word, learning about Christ, and getting to become the better versions of ourselves. For those who are new to this podcast, kindly subscribe and share, even comment on whatever the conversation that we're going to be having today. And for those who have been here, I just want to appreciate you for always listening and following in our content. Like today, I have an amazing guest, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to learn a lot from her, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. So help me welcome my guest, Karibu sana.
Thank you. And thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful podcast. I believe you're going to learn a lot. So my name is Jackie Waluse. Yeah, I'm married to Douglas Waluse, and we've been married for quite some years.
Quite.
Yes.
Quite longer, long term, not down. Okay, that's a fast for her.
Yes. Yes, I run an Airbnb business in Mombasa. I go by the name JDAH Empire. Yes. I'm a born-again Christian. I love Jesus. Yeah. So, yeah, that's, I believe we know more as we continue the conversation. Yeah.
Okay, so you've mentioned about the Airbnb business, and I would just like to get to know, maybe there's someone out there who is interested in the Airbnb business. So first of all, let's look at it from this angle. You say that you're born again and you're in business. How do those two things marry? Because sometimes people think that people who are born again are not good in business or should not even be in business. So how do those two marry according to you?
In fact, okay, I think now being born again and being a believer, we should be the one who are more in business because to impact the world, even through the business world, you can be able to reach out to someone. You can minister to someone everywhere. So I usually make sure at least most of my guests, I'm able to touch them in such a way that they know, no, that was a different post. Yeah, there's something different about that post. So you find that you are also spreading Christ even as you do your business. Yeah, so I believe all believers we should be in business. Yes.
Actually, I've seen some of the comments from your guests. They comment and say that they've never experienced whatever they've experienced when they come to your house.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And how did you start? Why did you start the Airbnb business?
Wow. How did I start and why did I start? And I think I should mention things, right? Let's begin from I love hosting. Naturally, I'm a host. I don't know whether there's such a word there. Okay. They should just give me a super host for Airbnb app. I should just be forever a super host there for that app. But I love hosting. Even in my house, it's rarely you ever find my house empty. There's always someone. There is always someone, whether they are maybe going somewhere or maybe they are just doing something for a short while, then they go. So I love hosting, and it gives me so much fulfillment that to me, I usually it's a calling. It's a calling that I turn into a business. Yeah, because it satisfies me. It's something that I can even do for free and I'll still be satisfied.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So that's how I started. I turned my passion into business.
So is that something that you would advise someone to do? Like, I find something I'm interested in. Maybe it might not even get me the kind of money that maybe I would expect, but it's something that satisfies me. Is that something that someone should?
Exactly, because when you are doing something that satisfies you, even when the business is doing bad, because sometimes they go low, sometimes you feel like, how am I going to survive this month? How am I going to be able to cater for the bill that I'm supposed to cater every month? Because, as a Airbnb, those are partners that I've taken that you're supposed to pay them every single month. Yeah. So, and when it's low season, what keeps me going is the fact that I love what I am doing, and I have enough faith that I know God is going to provide for whatever I need each and every month. Yes.
And
So when you do something that you love, it helps you in business. Because if it's something you don't love, you can easily just leave it. You're like, I'm done with it. But if it's something that you love, you'll be able to push until you're successful. Because then again, growth not just comes from your phone.
Yeah.
Then you're able to grow. Then at some point now it becomes it's like a small empire. You have had the name,
empire.
Yeah, that I'm trying to go that is it will grow to a big empire. So me loving what I do helps me to be able to keep on going even when nothing makes sense, even when everything just seems like even when everything seems like it's not working, when sometimes you get challenges in business, but I know we'll get there. So loving what I do gives me the courage to be able to overcome those things.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So in your relationship with God, how do you involve God in your business?
In fact, it's the center of it all, because if I do not involve it, I don't know this is yes. Because most of the times I usually say hakunaga mtu akona faith kama business person. I've gone and taken someone's house that I'm supposed to pay a rent that is not just a small amount, and I believe that I am going to get clients who will come to that apartment and I'll be able to pay at the end of the month. Now, if that's not faith, I don't know what faith is, because you trust that God will come through. That someone who does not even know you will actually call and come and stay in your apartment. Yeah, so I involve God in everything, because I have to pray for this business. I have to trust God is going to give me clients. And even when it's a low season, now that's when now you even God even more, because now God take on a bill and you're not people. So you just have to come through. Yes. Yeah. So in my business, God is just, he's literally my partner. You should see me many times that I try talk with him. You think you seated next to me. Talk about it. And I feel like I have a challenge. I don't know to come through it, but I know you got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is one of the biggest challenges that you've ever faced in this business? Let me even give some of the few stories you've seen on television. I don't know, people being killed in the Airbnb. Has that ever happened?
No, and I thank God and I pray every day it will never happen. I pray it will never happen.
Because you don't know, those stories are even keeping people. Maybe someone was interested in doing the business, but now with all the news
the negative that it's the negative part that they try to spread out there.
Yeah.
Because it's just they feel that people, and those people, I believe, even if it was in the house, they still go and do that. Just that they have, or maybe even if it was just a hotel room, they still go and do that. So just that they have used the Airbnb, and there's someone, when something like your media now, it's a wildfire. But I pray that I will never have to face that. And I also pray for the hosts who find themselves in that situation, because I usually imagine what is going through in their lives. You have to go and write a statement that you do not even understand how it happened, because you are not there. The only thing you did is to give someone the house, to rent someone the house. So I pray that I never have to face that. Yes.
And for you, which was the biggest challenge you've ever faced in the Airbnb business?
The biggest. Let me think of the biggest.
There are so many.
Yeah, there are so many. So I want to think of the biggest. I think the biggest that I can mention. Sometime back, I had an apartment somewhere outside Mombasa, and then I had a guest. I had a guest inside. So the challenge was most of the times when people come for the holiday, they will not expect something like steamer will go.
Oh, yeah.
And I also feel for them, because I cannot imagine mimi niko kwa holiday and then niko kwa visa.
Yeah.
So I remember that was a huge challenge, because those clients were in, and that whole area, I think steamer. Actually, it was not even in Potea. It was like to that area. It's outside Mombasa. You got to come like it's a gated there. So I did the management for not servicing the electricity and all that. They were not paying. So when the clients checked in, a steamer, I think after a day, the next day, those steamers got zimekatwa. Now you can imagine, I need to get them a different place and try to figure out what to do. They are frustrated. They say they have meetings online, so they need steamer and Wi-Fi, and then steamer hata haina kuja, because when you afadhali ya kwenda itarudi. But sasa hii yenye hata unaanza kufollow up na management, unakuambia we are sorting it all, but you can see nothing much is happening. So I think that was the biggest challenge because I had to literally go. I had to literally, you don't know how many times in the talk but almost in the middle of the night going to solve that crisis. Like sort of that one, I had to go to all the way to Kambala, almost in the middle of the night, to go and pick them because they couldn't even sleep, to go and pick them and bring them in another unit. Yes. So I had to go pick them, bring them. It's in the middle of the night, the kids were already sleeping, or they have to wake them. We are carrying sleepy children and bring them all the way to and host them in a different place. Yeah. So, but I thank God, even after that, when now how you solve, I want to call it solving amicably, because by the time we played as much as people are frustrated, by the time your story, they are satisfied because they were so happy that I could decide to just go and pick them myself and bring them to another place that has everything that they need. They might not be in Kambala, but at least here they have whatever they need. At least on STEMA, which was the major challenge. Yeah, that one, they were happy. And from there, they have given me so many clients.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you turned that crisis into
a blessing. Yes.
And how do you handle those time frames? I worked for a short period of time as an Airbnb agent. And sometimes you can get calls in the middle of the night.
Sometimes all the time.
So how do you balance that? You're working all throughout the day and then a client still calls you at night. How do you balance all that?
I think I go back to loving what I do because it helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Who doctor most of the times I'm sure in the middle of the night, maybe something has happened, has happened, a client will wake you up. Sometimes a client will wake you up and don't want a mosquito. By the day, it can get to that. So now you have to wake up and what do I do? Where's the mosquito? I even wake up and go and peleka those two things. Because, okay, thank God we have at least a 24-hour supermarket and able. So kama ikukua, I'm like, instead of maybe I'm stuck through the night, I can just, and it's somewhere near, because most of them is quite fine in Yali. Come on, in Bani, that one, I look for another way to solve it.
Yeah.
But when it's near, I will always wake up and go and drop those, whatever it is that they need. Yeah, so that's how maybe I solve those, in the middle of the night. Yeah, to solve it through the phone.
Yeah.
I can talk to her. Take her on the this sounds
it's like in the middle of the night, I need to run for you.
Exactly. Where the shit, I can't seem to find it. Mbona kuna joto hivi, sijui pana izunguke, haina enough nini, haizunguke ina speed. Alikuwa na expect, all those things you solve. I think being a host, you should be able to solve. It's like now you are having different, you know how, as ladies there, we can multitask and solve and make sure the home is running and all that. So now me being a host, it's like now I have different homes, different families that are supposed to solve their issue every day. Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. So, starting something can be very scary.
Yeah.
And even for me starting this podcast, I'm very scared. Being a person who is a bit reserved, not like being in front of the camera. It was a bit scary, but I gathered the courage and did it. So for you, because this is something that you love.
Yes.
What was the initial feeling, that first Airbnb that you had? What was your initial feeling?
When were you?
Yes. How did you feel?
I remember the feeling. I think I told our friend of mine, what? Feels nice. This is how God felt when he finished dating the wife. It's like all over within a week. I had an empty house. Every day I'm bringing something. I bring this. I bring a space. I bring a this. And then by the end of the week, I look. I'm like, wow, I like it.
Yeah.
So it felt so good. The step to take now that unit. Now that's where the fear is. You're like, oh my God. Now I've been able to parent. How will I make it? What about the days that I don't have clients? How am I going to come out of it? How am I going to be able to take care of their things? Is that fear? But I believe it's taking a step of faith. I just dared my God. I was like, me, God, I know you are with me, so I'm with this.
Yeah.
When he's already by the way, I am sure you are going to provide it. I do not care how you're going to do it, but I know you are going to provide it. Yeah, because it's a need. And I think what I've come to realize about It's 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was meditating about that fact. God will always provide for our needs.
Yeah.
Before I took that apartment, it was not a need because I didn't have it.
Mhm.
So when I took it, now it's a need. And God does not provide for wants because now I wanted to take the apartment, I've not taken it. So God will not provide for our wants. The Bible says God will provide for our needs. So when I'm already inside it, now that's a need. There's a need for it.
Yeah.
So it will have to provide for our need. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how are you able to overcome maybe something like doubt along the way? Because I know business sometimes can be scary. Were there times you felt like giving up along the way?
Yeah. So I did not make the right decision. Did I crash? Maybe I should just like me, I manage like around 6 units. So sometimes I'm like, too many. I'm like, kisha sana. But when
As in currently you have 6 units.
yes, different sizes of apartments. Yes. So I think how I overcome the fear is the fact that I know my God, and I know what He can do, and I know even when I do not say what He's doing, He's still doing something. I tell people, especially when someone is going through something, well, I may not know what God is doing, but one thing I know for a fact is that He's doing something. That there's no way you can be a believer. There's no way you can be someone who loves God. There's no way you can be a child of God, and God is just holding His hands and He's not doing anything. No, at I don't feel like the whole world is once we just wonder. I am sure He's working behind the scene. So even when I do not see what is happening, I know He's doing something. And even when I have so many doubts, I do not have a much. By then, but you have seen a backup. By then you are the only backup. It's either you or you. It's either you come through, I must come through. Because I do not have any backup. We do not have the tools that we can call. It's just God. It's either God to come through, I will come through. So there's no other person that can be able to go to. And I remember listening to a certain preacher. It was sometime a while back. It's maybe over 10 years because I was not even in Mombasa. And this guy, when he was preaching, he said, faith is when you trust God. When I trust God for 10,000, and I have you in mind, I know I can call it, hi, sasa, by day, that guy said that is not faith, by the way. If I know I'm trusting God for something that I can borrow someone, that is not faith. Faith is trusting God for maybe $1 million and so, and you do not have any bank to borrow. You do not have anyone to call so that maybe a certain amount. You only have no one but God. Now that's faith. I think most of the time in my business, I usually remember that preacher and I usually put that in practice. That I know God is going to come through. That's when I put my faith in action.
So I remember one of the statements that my pastor mentioned, Pastor Check.
Yes.
He mentioned, and that stuck with me completely. He said that when God gives the vision, He also gives the provision. So He's the one who sustains the vision. He's the one who provides for that vision. And I can absolutely see it also in you and in the business that you're running. So just to ask, if you don't mind, are you doing this together with your husband or ako shughuli zake, wewe uko shughuli zako?
Okay, I can say it's a family business. He supports me, though it's doing something else definitely, but he supports me. He's the sailor behind. They say behind every successful man, and I think also behind every successful woman. I think some ladies might stone me for that argument, but for me, at least I'm speaking on my behalf. Yes, he supports me very, very well, and I thank God for that. Because I can also, when these are crisis, sometimes we solve them together. I can literally even wake him up in the middle. If I did now, then this one we need to go. Let's try to solve this. Sometimes I also maybe if I'm not available, he's available to go and sort something for the client.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So he supports me. Yes.
So maybe on that line, before talking about marriage, what would you advise a young lady who is seeking maybe to get married and have ambitions? They're very, sometimes men can get intimidated with ladies who are very ambitious and all that. What would you advise this lady? First of all, let me even ask. Before you met your husband, were you this ambitious? Let me ask that.
Yes. I've always been ambitious all my life. If I tell you the things I've done, Sema, huyu naye alianza kitambo. Yes. Like the tour and travel thing, it was with me from way back. I remember when we met, I mentioned it. I mentioned that the fact that I would want to do something like that in the future. I didn't know when, but I was like, it's something I love, something I felt I would want to do. Yeah, now, what did I, your question was, what did I do?
What would you advise a lady maybe with that ambition?
Yes, and they also have to settle down.
They also want to settle down. What would you advise? Maybe in terms of choosing the right partner. Because I believe if your husband was not supportive of what
it would have been a bit very difficult. Yes.
what would you advise maybe a young lady out there?
Okay. Yes, my others will be pray, but they pray. Okay, that's the only thing that works for me. So it's what I share. Maybe you share what works for you. Yes. Me, I advise them to pray so hard about that song. I remember I prayed. I prayed about it. I told God, when I was single, by then my credit page started a long time ago. Remember when I was single, and then I started staying alone. From God, when and I need to be paying rent. One thing I want you to do is just make sure every month I'm able to pay my rent. And I told him, I do not want anyone to overpay my rent. Anyone to overpay my rent unless it's married to me.
Yeah.
So what I did, I thought, you take the responsible husband. Now you be my husband for now until you give me a one. But here now, okay, you do here, your husband. But definitely, I need a husband because you cannot be my husband forever. That's what I was so honest with my today. I need a husband. And give me a man at least who has a 10% of your qualities. At least 10%. The rest can work. Because if you have 10% of Jesus' qualities, you can imagine. The rest you can work. I remember that's how I prayed. I need a man who at least has 10% of your quality. The rest you can work out. Because at the end of the day, it's a human. It's God. There's no way another quality. And I'm much. Yes. Yeah. So I prayed. Yes.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So I know most of the times people focus on the challenges. The business is challenging, marriage is challenging, what is challenging. But I do understand that there's so much beauty in everything. Beauty in business, beauty in marriage. So for you, how do you celebrate the beauty? How do you celebrate the wins? Yes, in your life. How do you appreciate even yourself for stepping out in faith? Something like that.
I love myself. And I say, I have an expensive test. I tell my husband, I have a very expensive test. And it should be happy because if I have an expensive test and I chose it, then we chose each other and God got us together. Then that means he's a very special man. Now, how do I celebrate my wins? With my family. I just love enjoying life with my family, with friends. We go out with your family, thank God. Every time maybe we have achieved something, we thank God for it because it's God who has made it happen. So we thank God. Yes, and that's how we are able to celebrate our small wins, trusting God for the big ones because where I have them, they are mountains. I'm like, sometimes I look at them, yes, my God is that big. Why should I limit him? Yes.
So you never stop.
No, I never stop dreaming. Yes.
And how does the future look like to you? Are you going to continue in the Airbnb business or are you going now to venture maybe in something like real estate? What's the future like for you?
If the future is so huge that sometimes it scares you. Yeah. One thing I know, I want to continue. Okay, I know I will continue, but I will also venture to other businesses. Yes. And with time, you'll be able to see them. So, yes, the sky is just but the beginning. And with God, I will take us to places. Yeah.
So for that person who wanted to begin in the Airbnb business or any type of business, what are some of the principles that they should follow or how can they start?
One thing, you can never be ready. All starts. So you just need to take a step of faith. Because if you wait until you're ready, that time does not arrive. Yes. Just start where you are. Take a step of faith, pray about it, and begin whatever you want to begin. Yeah, I believe the moment you are in, just like I've mentioned, the moment you have put it from a want to a need, now God will make sure that you have achieved what you are trusting Him for, and will provide for what you need. So it's a step by step. It's like when you're driving, unawakishaga tu just when wakisha like driving we cut the whole road until Nairobi. Inawakishaga just inakumishaga just the next step. So I believe that's how faith works. It will always give you a clarity for the next step, for the next step, for the next step. Yes,
That's amazing. Yeah. And I think that's very, it's absolutely true because maybe I just share part of my testimony. When I was beginning this work, I was so scared. I can imagine. I was so scared. I didn't even know where to start. But I just stepped out in faith and God provided everything else. He provided the camera person.
Yes.
You, by the way. Let me just share. Miss Dagi is the one who hosts us in this for this podcast, and her house really elevates our videos. So stepping out, God just shows me the next step. Yeah, continuously you continue to improve. Like from this episode, when you shoot this episode, you'll be like, okay, you did this, and this. So next time, add this to it.
Yes.
Then next time, add this to it. And you continuously perfecting. Yeah, but when you sit down and you absolutely learn anything, you will never move waiting for things to be perfect. Things will never be perfect.
Yes.
To start with.
Yeah, you need to put it to activate it so that yes.
So what's one of the biggest lessons you have learned, especially in your business experience? What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned?
Patience. Yeah, patience. And I deal with different kind of people. So I've learned I need to learn someone first, to know, okay, this client, some of these guests, I need to handle this. So I think patience with people, especially, and patience with also the business to grow because sometimes it might not work how I expected. I might maybe by now I wanted to work like 10 or 4 units, and I have 16 units, so I'm not where I want to be, but at least I'm somewhere on my way to where I want to be. Yeah, so I think what has come out clearly is patience and to trust God 100%. In fact, there's some even beyond 100%. Yes, that's what I've learned so far.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're stepping into a new year. It's 2025 as we are recording.
Yes.
So we are going to step into a new year, and I know people will be making New Year's resolutions. One last advice for that person. Maybe they feel that they have given up. They've tried everything. They've tried being employed. They've tried business. They've tried to manage. They've tried everything, and they're at a point where they are about to give up. What would you tell them to encourage them to start over again?
Like I will be to try one more time. Try one more time. So I believe this might be your 11th hour. Yeah, so try one more time. Involve God in it. Trust Him. Do you know? Trust God even when nothing is making sense. As in, like I remember a friend advised me some years back. No matter what you go through, never let go of Jesus. Hata kama hold on to that. Remember the woman who was hata kama umeshikilia tu that kanguo hivi ka Jesus. The hem of never let go of Jesus. So you would rather lose every other thing, but never let go of Him.
Yeah.
It's all that you need for you to be able to come out of whatever situation you're going through.
Yeah.
So no matter how dark it looks like, no matter how hopeless it looks like, just trust God. Even when nothing makes sense, even though, like Job, when you said, though he's leaving, I still trust Him. Yes. So you do not have any other option but trust Him. Trust God, never let go of Him. Yes.
There's actually a scripture that I'll give it as an illustration. When the children of Israel were in the desert and snakes started attacking them, Moses made a snake made out of copper.
Yes.
And he told them not to focus on the snakes that are biting them, but to focus on on the snake, the copper snake. And those who focus on the copper, they were safe. But those who were troubled by one eating them down, they were destroyed.
Exactly.
So you can choose to focus on the water of the failure, pressure, all those things, or you can choose to focus on Jesus.
Yes.
So thank you so much much, Mrs. Peggy.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I must admit, I've enjoyed. That was kind of just, but now
I'm living a brave time in that.
yeah, I think I've enjoyed the conversations. Yes, it was really enlightening, and I was able to learn a lot here from you. Yes, yes, and this for the first time,
And
I'm just sitting and saying, yes, yes.
so, how can people get to contact you? Maybe they would want to book an Airbnb for their holiday. Well, how
Okay.
can they?
I think maybe I can share my number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my number is 0722 470 841. That's my business number. So when you call me anytime, even in the middle of the night,
You will answer.
but don't call me in the middle of the night. Yeah, I will answer. Yes, yes.
So, are you on social media? Anything?
Yes, yes. I'm on TikTok. Yes, it's a JDAH there. I post with my personal account. I think I should open a business one. And in Facebook, JDAH Empire, and Instagram, JDAH Empire.
That's
Yes, to I travel. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Yes. Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
supporting this vision.
That is got it any day, anytime. Yes, yes.
Okay, so
Thank you.
thank you so much for listening up to this point. I believe you've learned something. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have a question, kindly write it down in the comment section. If you want to share this, it will be very amazing if you share it with people so that we can reach out to more people with this message. For now, I just want to say goodbye. Thank you for joining Nawiri podcast. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, now, that was amazing. Well, what a breathe.